So someone asked CRM, who obviously they've been in business much longer than Anthony. They have a pretty good reputation from what I understand, that if someone came in with a high quality fake or Frankenwatch, how would they deal with it? And then of course they reference how Anthony has dealt with it. He kept it for himself in order to protect the public. And when people said, hey, that's not right, sue me. Or CRM Jewelers said, we cannot confiscate people's property, whether it's authentic or counterfeit. And that's exactly correct. So the baffling part, the more I think about this, is somehow Anthony could have called Roman, he could have called Nico, he could have called a lawyer, and they would have all told him, no, do not keep this watch. The only person urging him to keep it was Jordan. And we know that Jordan was not going to keep this watch in his safe like he said. Right? He had been, quote, ripped off. And now he needs the watch to be made whole. So in terms of what is happening here, I think if you ask any lawyer and you tell them the situation, you ask Roman, and you ask Nico, you ask anybody, even Grand Caliber, even though they're in cahoots now with TPG, it looks like, I do not feel like anyone would reach the conclusion that Anthony reached, which is I'm keeping the watch. Now again, his supporters will say, oh, well, what if the guy's not going to sue? And at the end of the day, it is a legal and a moral and ethical. I do not believe, and you should not believe, that Anthony is protecting this watch. There are pictures of him wearing the watch outside. In fact, I didn't include it in this video, but I'll include it in the end, just to make sure that all the naysayers who say, oh, the watch is safely it is safe in his safe, that is not true. He is wearing the watch out in public. He is potentially will get the watch lost or stolen like he did with the RM. There's the theory that the RM was stolen from him it's kind of interesting, right? As soon as he steals this watch, the RM is stolen. Right? It's almost like they knew he would be at the Hustlers University and the mafioso went there and maybe asked him for his RM that they knew that would be on hand. And since they're a watch dealer, hey, everything's good to go, right? Just a conspiracy, of course. So my main takeaway from this is not every single gray market business is going to operate the same way that Anthony is operating. In fact, I would surmise, and something that I would warn about is ever dealing with somebody who thinks that they are the law. They think that they can take your items, confiscate them. They believe that they're always right. They don't have a legal education outside of being put in jail twice, so they do understand the criminal punishment system, but not really the justice system. And at the end of the day, there are legal issues mounting. You never know. When a business has your consignment goods and it goes bankrupt, that is 100% not the place you want to be. It is a very, very bad place to be. I believe that they have cash flow issues, the interaction with the customer who wanted to get his Rolex back. Then they told him, oh, it's sold. Oh, very, very convenient that it's sold. If it's sold, then why didn't you pay the guy? Oh, we're pending. Well, Anthony needs a deposit. Zell me the deposit, right? And so on. And you always got to pay him first, correct? So this is a very interesting scenario that unless it happened exactly as he called, Anthony probably already has the money, didn't pay out didn't even tell the customer that there was an offer on the watch, right? Anyway, because if he had called the customer at the time with the offer on the watch, customer say, no, don't take the offer, I want to buy the watch back. That probably is what you would normally do. Now I'm thinking about it, right? Even if the offer was for the amount that he was asking for, you would still have to tell the customer that you had an offer. Anyway, I don't know exactly how they're running business over there, but it doesn't seem to be run the same way that CRM Jewelers is running the business. Anyway, bye guys.